Starting a coaching business can be very complicated. Every guru is gonna tell you that you need an online course and you need a group program and you need a lot of social media and you need to be an expert in marketing and you need to create sales pages and you need a funnel and you need all these things, and all you're left with is, but I just want to coach. So where do you start? Now in this video I'm going to share with you, in this episode, I'm going to share with you how I started my coaching business. It wasn't on social media, it didn't do any crazy funnel. Actually, funnels came in years and years later when I already was making at least 50 to 60K a year from my coaching business and everything else. So this is called the simple approach to starting your coaching business. Quite unconventional because it's not popular. And I'll tell you why what I'm going to tell you is not popular. As a disclaimer, it's not popular because everyone wants money and cash right now. I want to be a coach now. I want to get results straight away. And don't get me wrong, I wanted it too. I started my first coaching business at 23. Now the company that sold me the coaching business package, the coaching package, then didn't tell me that people will not buy coaching from a 23-year-old, rightly so, in particular life coaching. But I started my first business as a youth coach. So I was going in schools, I was doing coaching with young people, I was young myself, so it was a way for me to give back, learn the skills of coaching while I was doing pro bono sessions and free sessions with adults. And the reason why my advice is unpopular, because everyone right now, or here on YouTube or podcast or whatever, is telling you, you gotta charge a lot, you have a skill, you have expertise, and if you have it, great. But what if you don't? But what if you're starting out because there's something that you really want to do, but you never really studied it, you never really went for a qualification, and you say, okay, I want to go into this industry, I want to help people, I want to make a difference, and I want to make sure I do it in the right way. See, in this industry there are two different sides of people. One that cares only about the money, and the other one that cares about getting results and the results for the clients. Then you have the type of person in the middle that cares about both. That's, for example, me. I care about getting results and I care about the money. But I started just caring about the results. I just wanted to do coaching. I just wanted to be a coach. I didn't want what coaching would give me. I wanted to coach. I wanted to help people. I wanted to inspire. I wanted to support. And I was doing it before, even when I was working in catering. That was my background, managing restaurants. It was about empowering others. I've always been the person that was cheering everyone up, the positive energy in the room. So it made sense that I was attracted by being a coach and being a speaker. I just needed to learn, and I needed to build confidence in myself, I needed to build skills, and I needed to build trust. And this is the thing that is missing right now. The advice that is given in terms of starting a coaching business is get out there, have your packages, have your funnels, show them that you're great, and then you are the one left selling something that you maybe don't fully believe in. And I did another way. I went another route. I actually decided to have as many coaching sessions for free as possible. And to quantify it, I did more than 200 free coaching sessions. Why? Because one, I had something to prove. I started as a coach very young, at 23. So those free coaching sessions, they were my proof that I was good at what, and first at the beginning they were my training ground, but then they became the proof that I was good at what I was doing. And also they gave me the confidence. They gave me the confidence, they gave me experience, I got feedback, I made things better. And I'm not saying that you need to do 200. I did it, it's my personal journey. And you might need to do less. You might need to do more, who knows? But the underlying concept here is do the groundwork. You want to start a coaching business? Start coaching. Tell people, hey, I would love to try something out. I have this, I have some ideas. Can I give you a session for free? Can I do 2 sessions for free? Can I do 3 sessions for free? And then you build your experience in this way. Because if you really want to be a coach, you want to coach, right? Then the money will come. The money will come, and the funnel will be important at that point, and your group program will be important at that point, and your online course will be important at that point. But the first thing is your credibility. Because what people are going to look for when they buy from a coach? They're looking for someone that has case studies. They're looking for someone that has testimonials. I was meeting people. I was living in London at the time. Still living in London at the moment of the recording of this video, but now I travel all over the world very frequently. And before I was only staying in London. So I was meeting people in London. I was going to a networking event. I said, hey, I'm trying to start this. Can I offer you a session? I'll love your feedback and I would love to tell me what you think and if this was helpful for you. At the end, if you like it, can you please leave me a testimonial? So when I was meeting people, now I had collected at least 80 testimonials. At least 80 testimonials. And I printed them. I literally had my little folder. And when someone, I didn't have an online page because I didn't have it. I had my little folder. When someone was meeting me, I said, hey, these are all the comments that the people that were with me said. Now there were pages over pages over pages because I printed them individually. So there were like 80 pages in that bloody folder. And even if people were not reading them, they were seeing this folder with all these comments. They're like, oh my God, like, this guy must be really good. Because that's what is gonna get someone to buy from you, is the trust in your ability. So the one thing that you can have before you build your funnels, before you build your courses, is social proof. Have clients that are giving testimonials. Maybe you have 5, maybe you have 10, but build those first. And then while you're working, while you're coaching one-to-one, then your mind will start thinking, okay, if I'm doing this with the clients, how can I do this in a group program? How can I do this in an online course? But it starts first with your one-to-one, because your one-to-one is also your training ground and you're gonna get real life feedback. And the idea of a group program or online program is to expand something that is already working. How do you know that it's working if you've never tried a one-to-one? You can't. And that's why you might be stuck in creating your group program, because there might be a confidence issue in the saying, and also a model, like you don't know what you're doing, so you don't know what to put in the group program. Trust me, if you have done one-to-one coaching with your clients, it's going to be very easy to extract a group program out of you. I can do it in 10 minutes, not a problem, even in 5. But the problem becomes if you don't know what you're doing. So how do we start? Start by having your lot of free consultation, lot of free session, low paid session. Start small. Get it until you get to the point where you say, okay, I'm good now. And maybe, that's a bit tricky actually, because you might never get to a point when you say, I'm good now. But you get to a point where you say, okay, I'm good enough. I can go to the next step. And you do this for the next step and the next step and the next level. And so that's why I still coach one-to-one. I don't have to, but I still love it because it gives me a finger on the pulse. It gives me a finger on the pulse on what I'm teaching, what I'm doing. I love training now. I love speaking. I love training. That's the biggest part of my work. Group coaching, group training, done for you, funnels with our agency. So even me that runs a funnel agency, like we do webinar funnels and specializing in webinar funnels, I'm telling you that you don't need a funnel. So because you don't. If you don't have those case studies, those testimonials, and so on, and then you can build your funnel. Now, there is a caveat here. This is if you're starting out. Now, there might be a situation where now you are already very established in your industry. You already know what you're doing. You already maybe like work experience, corporate experience, very strong reputation, very strong background. Maybe you were CEO of a company, maybe you've done this work not on your own, but you've done it for other organizations. So you already have something strong. Then go straight away, build a funnel, build a website, because the social proof that you needed was already coming from all the work that you did in the past. Which leads me to another point. If you are in that category of you're already established, don't do a clean slate. I've worked with a lot of clients, and what they go into a new industry and it's almost like they close the door on what they did before. It's almost like the 30 years that they worked in an environment, or they did that particular thing, it was not worth it anymore. And so one of the work that we do is actually look back and say, okay, where are you borrowing testimonials? Because you've already done this work. So now the difference is that you're doing it on your own. And you're responsible to sourcing your own clients. But the actual work, you've done it before, so you can use the stories, the case studies, and the testimonials that you got from other parts. And often this is a big aha moment for people. And I hope that if you are in this category, you're going to feel the same. If you already have a long career, You already had lived life. I didn't have anything. I started at 23. I had to do it. But if you already have it, great, look back. Build your portfolio of case studies and testimonial from your previous work, and then build the funnel, build the webinars, build the offers, build your group programs. But still, it's good to deliver it one-to-one first, because now you can have direct feedback on what you're doing. So this is my unpopular guide to starting your coaching business. And I didn't mention creating content on social media. I didn't mention having funnels. I didn't mention having a website. I didn't mention having a YouTube channel. I didn't mention having an online program. I didn't mention dancing on TikTok. It's none of that. Start, put the foundation, put the groundwork, and then there will be a point when you know you're good, and greatness doesn't go unnoticed. And the reason why I built 6 companies in the coaching industry is not because they just came out of the sky. It's because I became really good at what I'm doing. And by becoming really good, people wanted to give me opportunity. That's it. There's no magic trick. And I became better. I learned about sales, I learned about marketing, all about that stuff. I wanted to improve. But first of all, the opportunities that I got were people saying, Simone is really good, you gotta talk to him. And there's nothing better than that, because your reputation will always be with you. And then you can align your marketing and everything to already a strong reputation. So now you can give people an incredible experience. But if you're great at what you do, you will always have opportunities. You will always have opportunities, because greatness doesn't go unnoticed. And then you can use these other things to amplify the work that you do. So put the foundation and then amplify. That's it for me today. I would love to know your thoughts on this topic. I think this is very interesting and something that very few people talk about. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe on the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, and check out the resources that we have in the show notes to help you grow your coaching and speaking business. Until next time, remember that together we grow exponentially. Ciao.